Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Zola. Good ball, good take. Over to the other side. Dumfries. Honduras do have a chance to counter here. Rijkaard. Now Costa Curta. Threads one in. Oh, well played, well played. Pedro Porro. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Can he get on the end of this? Pedri. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. Played out to the right. Dani Olmo. And now the breakaway. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Messi. He's in plenty of space here. He's picked his way through. Now the ball in. Oh, shooting! And it's hit the woodwork and out. And that has been clubbed away. Stood up well to him there. Tries to pass it through. Platini. Platini! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Clipped in, and the finish! It's off target and by quite a way. Back in possession and ready to go again. And it's Messi. He's shifting through the gears here. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Murphy takes a look up. Now it's Messi. Vermaelen. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Lovely pass, but can he get... And Torres! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And he's there to clear it. Honduras were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running...
Chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a double. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now it's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Dani Olmo crosses. And that was very necessary. That's an imaginative pass. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Neymar. Dani Olmo is wide and looking to get onto this. He's having a shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That has not gone well. Kvaratskhelia.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And he's intervened well there. Pedri puts his foot on the gas. Platini. Kvaratskhelia. He's away! A lot of space ahead of him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. Surely! Well, the contact was true enough. The aim wasn't quite.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Looking for the run. Nice bit of trickery. That is good. Torres! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Fernando Torres deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Somewhat off target. And it's Olmo. Oh, just skips past his man. He's tried one! And this could be the final action of the first half. The keeper's ball. And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Paris Saint-Germain have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Dani Olmo is in a really good position out wide. The most accurate pass. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. He's on it. Can he get away? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's having a go! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Marquez. And he's managed to get free. And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Back into the middle. Passes short and sharp. Honduras can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia, and he's surging through. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Messi! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Messi. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Marquez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's fabulous.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The referee has just said play on. Messi. Solar. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Can he finish? Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 10.
It's their second corner of the game.
Le numéro 20. Le numéro 23. À leur place, le numéro 11.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Le numéro 8. Messi.
Mateus pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And Zola! Gianfranco Zola! Sheer football poetry! About as smooth as it gets!
Après 73 minutes de jeu.
Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Paris Saint-Germain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up. Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
You could tell he wanted that too. Still, at least he could smile about it, seeing as they're a couple of goals up.
Schick! Oh, that is asking for trouble. Played down the flank.
You can never be short of runners in this.
Struck first time! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Messi, and Messi! And that would have been game, set and match. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just 5 minutes left. Oh, he's found support out wide. Messi!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
And this is Messi, and here's the chance to counter. Albertini. Looking to play him in, and he's picked out the run.
Temps additionnel, 3 minutes.
Now he's off and running. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Played out towards the right wing. Vermaelen is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Now it's Platini. Yamal. He is through here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Le numéro 9. À sa place, le numéro 5.
Now there's a fine ball. And that is as far as it goes. Paris Saint-Germain can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better side. It turned into a very, very smooth ride. Zola taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team creates space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Hullet. Cruyff. Oh, well played. Jacob Murphy. Ferdinand cuts out the pass. And it's Michel Platini. Cafu. Nedved. No, that's been intercepted. Davids. Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, that looks a decent ball. Takes a shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly back. Kvaratskhelia! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Kvaratskhelia clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. Nedved. Cafu, he's got away. Oh, smashing header! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
That is Conte. David has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Good ball, good take. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Hit! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pass somewhat off target. He's through here. Cafu kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Can he finish? And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 2 then. Saliba can get it clear. And it's made its way to him. No way through, so back it comes.
Paris Saint-Germain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, just skips past his man. Mateus. Jacob Murphy. Murphy. And Kvaratskhelia. Closing in on chance, surely! They've done it! Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal...
And he shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kvaratskhelia, certainly one of the players of the week. Cafu, and it's been given away. Conte. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Marquez.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Gullit. Borussia Dortmund do have a chance to counter here. Short changes him with that pass. Zola. Now it's Murphy. He's having a shot! Oh, that is really good tenacity. Paris Saint-Germain have their third corner. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries to pass it through. That's surely a foul, free kick. Mateus has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the ref told him it was coming.
Kvaratskhelia proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Rummenigge looking to add to his goal. Hullet, and Hullet! They've scored! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Chers spectateurs, voici venu le moment de notre grande tombola. Veuillez vous munir des billets qui vous ont été remis avant d'accéder aux tribunes.
That gets things going for the second half.
Paris Saint-Germain really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's managed to get free. Look at the space. Kvaratskhelia! And it's come back out to him. No mistake! And that is what they came to see. What they demanded to see. His first.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Mateus. Marquez. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Marquez is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
No joy this time.
Mission one has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
And it's Hullet. Priol calmly anticipates. Goes looking wide. Murphy gets into a good position. He's shifting through the gears here. Murphy really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And he's worked it through. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Priol. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. That's a shade optimistic. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's well spotted. Kvaratskhelia. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that has left him in a heap. Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cruyff picks it up out wide. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Mateus attempts a clearance.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Oh, that's superb. Mateus gets it away.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 23. À sa place, le numéro 8.
And back it goes. And it's Conte. Shot could be on. And the finish! And Shufati. Nicely aimed pass. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Paris Saint-Germain have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Lovely ball and a real chance. Oh, shooting chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 14.
Paris Saint-Germain making another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Aimed beyond the defence. He's found the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And it's the last line of defence and you don't get it right, and you're paying a visit to your net.
Le numéro 8.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Messi!
Paris Saint-Germain complete their comeback, and now they only need to hold out for a few minutes.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet. Borussia Dortmund really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that's a good ball. Deco. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to break at pace. That's beautifully weighted. Cleared away. Over to the left. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Now it's Messi. Nedved. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Paris Saint-Germain have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Zola voted man of the match and... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Paris Saint-Germain.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle, and here we go. Algeria have gone with a 4-5-1, Jim.
Well, if you want to secure a clean sheet, Peter, this is a very good way of going about it. It adds discipline and lends a stubbornness to that midfield.
Goes for goal! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions.
And here's Van Basten. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Triol is there and he can get that clear. The ball has bounced loose now. And here's Van Basten. Brahim Diaz tries to get it clear. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Bruno Fernandes is one of the truly outstanding midfielders. He's someone I see as being arguably the best of the crop in the current generation of box-to-box playmakers. I really like his direct style, both on and off the ball.
Yes, getting the best out. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Kaka is offering a wry smile there.
Algeria with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And this is Van Basten. Great chance! This is their second corner of the game. They've played it short. And that's a dangerous ball. Shapes to shoot! It's gone in! He's put through his own net!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Kvaratskhelia! He's scored! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
You've got to love that. Concentration, conviction, contact and sheer class.
Paris Saint-Germain grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliché about how teams can lose focus after scoring.
It's Van Basten! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Corner number 3 coming up. And it's been taken short. And here's Roberto Carlos. This looks promising. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Now, this could be a chance. Now, can they get him away? There's the shot! Has a shot! Magnificent! About as smooth as it gets. That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Paris Saint-Germain. Chance! He has done it! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah.
He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Hato. Oh, this is certainly not boring. What a great game we've got here. Zola. Not the most accurate pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Kim Min-jae gets over and intercepts. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Albertini, spread out to the left, threads one in. Now that looks a decent ball. Now there's a fine ball. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Brahim Diaz has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Oh, he's found support out wide. Neymar picks it up out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Jacob Murphy. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Van Basten. Big chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Baresi. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. The ref's been lenient here. Half-time nearly with us. They will be desperate not to concede here. Stood up well to him there. Murphy goes on a charge down the left, and he's managed to get free. That's the keeper's ball. Brahim Diaz.
3 minutes added time.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he's intervened well there. Brahim Diaz. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Porro. That's a little off target. Played out to the left flank. And there is the half-time whistle. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2.
Just a quick request today for everybody to please kindly remove any cars parked on the road outside the stadium.
The second half then, just getting going. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Brahim Diaz. Can he get it through? Puyol is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. That could spell trouble. Takes a shot! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Jordan Henderson. And it's Diaz. Platini pinches it off him.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's a sharp little ball here. Jordan Henderson is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Baresi. Marquinhos. Brahim Diaz. Mateus. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. So we've reached the hour mark. Bruno Fernandes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Baresi. Brahim Diaz. That is good alertness. Jacob Murphy. Nicely weighted ball. And he welcomes it in. Turns and goes back. Good ball, good take. And Mateus. Picked out brilliantly.
Platini really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Short changes him with that pass. Vermaelen cuts it out.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Looking for the run. And this is Neymar. Oh, good take in a good area. Van Basten has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aimed beyond the defence. Zola gets into a good position. And no, he's seen through all of that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And it's Kaka. Looking to play him in. Neymar receives it in a good position here. That is ended up in no man's land. Aim forwards. Brahim Diaz.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That's a shade optimistic. Zola is onto it in a flash.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, that's fabulous. He's gone for goal! A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Great ball, and he's in here! Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Shot at goal! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position are...
And that's that. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge-of-your-seat encounter, and importantly, it offered the right result.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable.
Nigeria against Paris Saint-Germain.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. Nigeria have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it
Oh, they could be caught out here. It could be in here. Real chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Serge Gnabry has had very big boots to fill in replacing one of the best duos in European, if not all of football. And his game has peaked to something very close to what...
He's going for goal! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Oh, what has happened here? Platini is flagged offside. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And here's Azar. Gnabry. Threads one in. Azar. Now a Droll. Now that looks a decent ball. Mohamed Salah showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he plays one through. He's through, now is he in? Can he finish? He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Paris Saint-Germain really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And they're back on the ball again. Still goalless. That is a great pick out. Rijkaard.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's McAllister. Shot a goal! Goal! Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one.
The goal scorer for Nigeria after 21 minutes is number 24, McAllister.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Mendes has it out wide and in space. Has a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Nigeria with the corner, they're first. Up he goes! That was superb goalkeeping.
Rijkaard actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
No way through. Hazard.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Azar.
Paris Saint-Germain are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Alexander-Arnold cuts out the pass. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. And it's played forward. Now, can they get him away? Raul. And the shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Raul probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And it's Salah. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Driving through the middle.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that's a good ball. He takes a shot! Off the post! Cleared without complication. Oh, what a mistake!
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Big chance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Puyol getting this one clear. Vermaelen. Deco. Azar plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Konate. Rijkaard. Azar. Nice looking ball.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Shoots! Oh, it's a beauty! A finish of true class! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Nigeria are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Nigeria couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Some really good ball movement. He's in plenty of space here. And that has been cleared. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Paris Saint-Germain certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
That gets things going for the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
It's Azar! Mohamed Salah. Rijkaard. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Konate. And it's Kukçu. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Nigeria upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very...
He's tried one! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Deco. Kvaratskhelia is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Hazard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Looking for options for movement. And the finish! And he comes up trumps again. Nuno Mendes. Gnabry takes control of it and he's on the move. Marquinhos. Now it's Gnabry. McAllister aimed beyond the defence. He has a look out. That's good defending, very good defending. Rijkaard! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, good ball. Platini. Now it's Gnabry. Always onto this. He's through and all alone. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. No second thought, a straight red card. So seemingly that was deemed a denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Great chance here from position A1.
Well, to be honest,
Sola! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Good chance here! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Substitution for Nigeria, number 7.
So there's going to be another change here. Kane coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
Vermaelen cuts it out, and they win it back again. Paris Saint-Germain still have the cards to affect this game. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution in progress.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. He's a sharp little ball here. Cannavaro. Kukçu. Now Salah. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. He is through here! Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. The less said about that pass, the better. And Nigeria can counter now. And he's picked out the run. Chance! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attack.
And a chance! Oh, extraordinary.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Well, they've got it again, and it's Alexander-Arnold, and he's worked it through.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Pass is just off target. Alexander-Arnold. Platini. And this is Zola. And Zola! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Salah. Kukçu. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's Kane. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Nicely weighted ball. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. And no, that was never going to make it. Played out towards the right wing. Time added on 4 minutes. And here's Platini, and he's intervened well there. Kukçu is the team's great visionary. He's got away. Oh, and the shot! It's in! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Substitution for Nigeria, number 20, Kukçu.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. And that's that. Paris Saint-Germain suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round.
If you do have a chance today, please take some time.
Your reflections then, Jim.
Paris Saint-Germain desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Bellingham has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Alexander-Arnold does really well to win the ball there. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's really well manoeuvred. He is starved of space and time. Kone. That's a good ball out wide. Now, can they get him away? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Son Heung-min. Zola. And the counter is on. Now it's Platini. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Son Heung-min providing an outlet on that flank. That pass isn't the best. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Platini. Vermaelen. Osimhen. Platini. Oh, this is a very good run. And he's running through. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. It looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Platini! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
And it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski just eases him off the ball. So we're still where we started right now. Nicely spread. And no, that was never going to make it. Here's a man in form. Now it's Son Heung-min. Strong running down that left flank. Ibrahimovic. And a chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Well read, nice interception.
Well, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
And the counter-attack could be on for Paris Saint-Germain. Tries to play it through. Deftly away. Pedro Porro. Platini. Great ball, and the shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Paris Saint-Germain have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
He's having a shot! Goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Ibrahimovic really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Santos grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Neymar. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Not the most convincing of passes. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get it through? Rodri is wide and looking to get onto... Oh, what a mistake! And he's in on goal. It's Lewandowski! Puyol has got himself a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Rodri. Now it's Lewandowski. It's run loose here. Jacob Murphy. Changes him with that pass. Nicely weighted ball. That pass has been well intercepted. Now who's going to be first to this? And he's quick to get it clear again. Rodri. Aimed beyond the defence. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Early ball, punched away. Well, they've got it again. Oh, it's a great ball here.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Pedro. And it's Kone.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's clever. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Fabinho. Bellingham. Looking to play him in. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Baresi demonstrating his defensive quality there. Rodri. Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Platini. Over to the left. Platini really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. He is through here! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? Lewandowski. That is ended up in no man's land. Vermaelen is always looking to break lines. Kone looking for options for movement.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 2, à sa place, le numéro 13.
Rodri, pass somewhat off target. And that's a good ball. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Paris Saint-Germain have a free kick.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a
Sola! That's a fine save.
absolutely terrific. Terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now they can spring out of defence. The most accurate pass, and it's Albertini. He's tried one! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Rodri pokes it out wide. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Paris Saint-Germain do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Picked out brilliantly, and this is Zola. Oh, that's a fine challenge. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Paris Saint-Germain have themselves a chance from the spot. Well, the keepers these days have done their homework. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Alexander-Arnold could try cutting inside here.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and...
Azar! No mistake! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
This is quite a battle.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Gnabry wins the duel this time. Albertini conjures time and space where few can. Just about up to 75 minutes. And he's away. And he's intervened well there. Shot could be off. Big chance! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Zola, ready to try one.
Well, to be honest, he thrives on this.
Zola! Gianfranco Zola! Sheer football poetry! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And again they hit the front. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Paris Saint-Germain get themselves into the lead.
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out.
And here's Osimhen. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
There's a sharp little ball here. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, how about that touch, Peter? I mean, that was brilliant. He got the ball to go exactly where he wanted it. The touch was perfection, the finish, imperfection.
Alexander-Arnold. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Paris Saint-Germain near...
And the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! out. Zola. Gnabry in acres of space out wide. He's found the way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. We expected better, and so did he. Distributed tidily. Saka receives it in a wide position. Ibrahimovic. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Threads one in. Alexander-Arnold plays it in. He's had a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Rijkaard. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Saka. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Always onto this. Rodri, great vision. Now it's Saka. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Good ball, good take. Fati with the clearance. And that is as far as it goes. Paris Saint-Germain can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster that. Zola picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Paris Saint-Germain clearly came into this match with a good game plan, one designed to capitalise on an obvious weakness. They'd identified that and never really let go.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's down to business here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, this fella, Sven Botman, is someone who's had an interesting career, Peter. He received his football education in the Dutch capital, then he moved to France at a young age to establish himself. And while many concentrate on what he can do when he's on the ball because he has a wonderful passing range, he's actually a very, very good defender too, and he'll defend that 18-yard box with all he's got.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. João Neves, and this is Van Nistelrooy. Marquinhos. Shot could be on. Oh, easy pickings there. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Platini. Botman kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Donatoni. Neymar. Now it's Donatoni. Donatoni. Oh, that's neat. Gets into some space. Cross to the back post. And that has been knocked clear. Oh, given away. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And that has been cleared. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Nistelrooy! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, we call that the slide rule pass. Time to absolute perfection. Quality ball.
Now it's Bojan. Now this could be a chance. He's in space and looking for options. Knocks it into space. Zanetti is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Zanetti receives it in a wide position.
This is the time you need that pace.
Murphy looking to get on the end of this. He's shifting through the gears here. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Mateus pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Botman challenged just a bit on the firms. And Sola! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Zola has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And that's been won straight back. Into the channel.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And they're quick to get it back. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Murphy. Solar. He's cut it out. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Paris Saint-Germain have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Back into the middle. Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Neymar clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Tries to play it through. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Donatoni, and they can counter here.
Paris Saint-Germain can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Murphy is steaming forward. Dani Olmo. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. He came in hard, very hard. Dani Olmo. Now it's Bojan. Zanetti. And it's Olmo. And smartly reclaimed. And it's Bojan. Now João Neves. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's a sharp little ball here. Can he finish? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Now the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Vermaelen did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in. And there is the half-time whistle. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Paris Saint-Germain head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Paris Saint-Germain carrying a one-goal lead. Platini. That has been slung wide. And here's Kvaratskhelia. João Neves, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Bojan. He's found the way through. That is a crunching tackle. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. Now it's Bojan. Nicely aimed pass. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Van Nistelrooy. Platini. Zola could move up a gear here. That's been slipped through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Neymar, and it's made its way to him. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Albertini.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
So, Jim, is that the manager
wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively? Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Zanetti. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
And he's managed to get free. Crosses it, climbs up big! and with style. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead. This every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Jacob Murphy, very much a player of the moment. Marquez tries to dink it through. Into the last quarter of an hour. And reclaimed it in a trice. And he's intervened well there. Neymar. Platini. And that has left him in a heap. The ball is loose and the chase is on.
Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
It's a pretty loose pass. That's been cut out, well played. Oh, that's fabulous. It's Neymar! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Cambio.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Paris Saint-Germain have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And that's put paid to a promising move. And the pass is intercepted. And Fati, well, that looks a decent ball. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And Fati! Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Número 31.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Paris Saint-Germain take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. And there goes the final whistle. Paris Saint-Germain proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle, they know it could so easily have gone the other way, and they are clearly so happy to have won it. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Thank you.